You unlock this door by pressing play on your podcast player. Beyond it is Aspara, another world. A world of distractions, a world of horrors, a world of betrayal. You're moving into a land of neither good nor evil, of blurry lines and gray areas, of what happened last time on the Incorrigible party. Being escorted to the fully occupied Port Heraklion by Samuel Coltis, they discovered the construction site of two massive airships meant to be used against the Neogi in battle. Grimby Chum is enlisted to captain one of them, pledging to meet the party at the Vorgarag Mountains when the assault begins. Before boarding a regular ship to Pisces, Dreg and Mullen are found to be held captive and severely wounded from torture by the hands of a Paladin, searching for the location of a hidden anchor weapon. Convinced that they can get the information from Dreg, Samuel releases the wizard into their care, putting the severe consequences of failure squarely on their shoulders. You've now crossed into the continuing adventure.
They're safer than they were.
No, they are not.
Okay, then fill me in.
Why do you think Halsa, Igna, and Kula are here?
Yeah, they're a problem that didn't come up until just a few minutes ago. Before that, it was all being handled.
Where are Halsa, Igna, and Kula, by the way?
They remain in the cabin that you chose out for them.
Look, I don't care why you locked them up. I don't care that you know you locked them up.
I did
don't
not
care
lock
about
them
any of
up.
that. Hey.
I did not put them in those cells.
Keep your tone down to a normal level here. We're talking.
And I am trying to tell you what happened.
If you want to talk down to me, sit down.
I went in to talk to Isabella. I went to find them.
Yeah.
I could not, on my own, take them out of the keep.
Yeah, I know you know they were there. You didn't tell us, so we could help.
There was nothing we could do.
You didn't tell us. You didn't tell Falzern and I that they were locked
and
up and they needed help.
And how many things have you kept from me?
I'll keep whatever I need to keep from
exactly.
you. Until I can trust you.
And what would Mia do? What would Mia have done had she known they were there? She would have stormed the keep and possibly gotten us all killed.
Yeah, well, lucky I was there, right?
How so?
I got him out.
Now, yes.
Now we got Dreg out.
I meant before there was nothing I could do. I am
Water
telling
under the
you
bridge.
now.
Like I said, I don't care. Now let's move on. We got Dreg. I got a problem. We're gonna have to give Samuel the location of the anchor, or at least we gotta do something where Samuel can't use it.
Correct.
If not, I've got a day.
We all have a day, not just you.
No, I put up for him. The only reason that Dreg and Mullen are out is because I told Samuel I'll get the information.
Well, aren't we lucky you're here?
You're damn all right you are.
I scowl at him.
So, you can be pissy with me, or we can help each other.
I think my default reaction to you is pissy. You bring it out in me.
Well, you better get over it quick, sister, or we're all gonna die.
I think you need to get over yourself as well. Now listen.
I mean, we're just gonna keep going round and round unless you just
listen to
settle
me.
down and... All right, do it.
Halsa and the others are here to ensure Janella, Tenchi, and Hef do not return to the Heraklion, but also no longer exist. They are here to take them out.
All right, so what do you suggest we do about it?
I know not yet. I do not know the level of connection that Halsa has with Isabella. I cannot be seen to be tampering with any of this. Anything you do will be on your own.
You keep your hands clean of this and we'll take care of it. I mean, are you okay with us killing Halsa and the others?
I would hope it would not come to that.
I don't see any other way.
There has to be another way. If we can get
ears.
those three out of here, if we can get Janella, Tenchi, and Hef away and keep them safe, there should be no need for bloodshed on either side.
Why are they so important to Isabella?
Isabella was hoping to use them to satisfy the people of Heraklion and show them there was no need to worry. But now with the Paladins there, everything has been calmed. She is not concerned about the uprising any longer, and has no need for them any longer.
Good, then we can just let him go.
We can, yes. We must stop Hulsa, Igna, and Kula from killing them.
That's my point. Why does she care? Why is she going to have them killed? If they are no value to her anymore, why kill them? Just let them go.
That is not Isabella's way.
Well, I'll tell you what, between the two, I'm going to say that Samuel's probably a little bit worse situation for us than Isabella is right now.
I think they are equally bad. Isabella has something she wants, and will stop at nothing to get it. She is quite dangerous. Do not underestimate her.
Well, I'm not going to sit back and let Tenchi, Hefe, and Janella die.
Why do you think I am talking to you? That is not what I want either.
Then there's only two options. They have to get off the ship before we leave, or we're going to have to kill them while we're on it.
I am hoping we can avoid killing anyone.
Why don't you go have a chat with them and see if you can convince them otherwise? You are part of the coven.
I can try. They will not leave the ship, I don't believe. But I may convince them to not kill the elders.
If you can't do it, if you can't convince them, then I assume you're going to stay out of our way if we have to take care of business. I mean, it'll be on us, right? You don't have to be involved.
I do not know that I can do that.
So what you're telling me is you're going to intervene if we try to stop them from killing Janella, Tenchi, and Hefe.
No. What I am saying is I would intervene if you try to kill Hulsa, Igna, and Kula.
I think we're saying the same thing.
We are not. We are never saying the same thing.
All right, I guess we had our piece there. Next thing. Dreg.
Yes.
We've got to give Samuel something from Dreg. Dreg's not going to talk. You know he'll never say anything.
We may convince him otherwise. Especially if Mia tells him of the Nyogi.
Well, he's not going to give up the anchor, so my thought is we got to somehow figure out how we can tell Samuel where the anchor is, but make it useless to him.
Make the anchor useless to him?
Yes, break it in some way, or give him some kind of...
How will we do that if we do not know where it is?
Well, Dreg knows where it's at. We have to talk to Dreg and help him understand that we need to give this location of the anchor to Samuel Cultus, but figure out a way to make it so it's not of any value to him.
So we promise Dreg Cultus won't be able to use it?
No, we asked Dreg if there's a way we can break it.
Okay.
We tell him where it is, Samuel shows up, and then it's useless to him. But we held our end of the bargain up.
That still gets us... We still have to get the information out of Dreg in the first place.
I'm saying we need to convince Dreg that that's the best course of action. We need to do it together instead of arguing all the time. If not, then he's going to be after us within a day too.
Yes.
All right, so I guess we'll see how this plays out. Let's go talk to Dreg.
Mia?
You want to go find Mia?
Yes, I'll go look for Mia.
Okay. Let's go to Falzern, Dreg, and Mullen. Is there something specific you're doing in here? Are you wanting to attune to the Circlet of the Wise as well?
If it makes
Well, there's going to be, I mean, again, you still have a whole boat ride to be able to
Yeah.
do that. So if there's something else that you wanted to maybe be doing, or if you do have something you want to talk to Dreg and Mullen about.
there isn't really anything in particular that was pressing. I just wanted to sort of tend to them and see if they're all right, more or less. So we don't have to roleplay that unless.
Falzern!
Yes, Alamar. Yes.
Tell me, have you secured Mullen?
He is with us at the moment, Alamar. I believe. Mullen, meet Alamar, and I withdraw the cane from my bag of holding.
Mullen, like barely conscious once he's kind of fell down onto this bed. He just like looks incredibly confused. Almar? That's Almar's cane.
Yes, it's a rather interesting sequence of events has led him to be trapped in his cane. His soul, I should say, is trapped in this cane. His body is elsewhere, and also, interestingly, is inhabited by someone else.
And that, like, his eyes go wide, like, again, just utter confusion.
It's a long story, Mullen. Maybe for another time.
Mullen, you fool! I heard your groveling. You've given up the resistance. What of my city? Is there anyone left that fights against Isabella's reign? I want my city.
Almar, it's over. The city's Isabella's. There's very few of us left. And he looks down and, like, very clearly shameful as he's regarding this cane. It's a very strange situation. Like, he's not making eye contact with you, but he's just focused on, like, the eyes, the eye sockets of the silver eagle head on the cane. And he just looks incredibly shameful at what he's clearly given up his comrades under the torture from Tulk.
Well, Almar, it's not just Isabella, really. I think even if she were vanquished from Heraklion, we have Samuel Coltis to deal with as well. He is a force to be reckoned with.
You must get me my body. It is paramount I can aid you in defeating the many enemies that surround you.
Well, Alamar, I don't know where your body is at the moment, and honestly, I don't want to rehash this whole debate about your interest in lichdom, but even if I were in favor of that pursuit, I don't think it's really feasible at the moment unless this person inhabiting your body happens to show up across our path where we're going. We're heading in the opposite direction of where he was last known to be.
I suppose you believe me to be useless, do you? Then,
as I have said, Alamar, I think you could be... obviously, I have respect for what you have accomplished as a wizard, but becoming a lich is a different story. I can't agree with that plan.
It's kind of a long silence from the cane. And you see Mullen kind of succumbs to like the pain and the fatigue and just kind of passes out. While Dreg remains conscious, is kind of taking this interchange in. Finally, Almar speaks one last time.
the only thing worse than being trapped in a cane is being trapped in a cane with you. Put me back in the bag.
As you wish, Alamar. So I put the cane back in the bag.
Falzern. Dreg kind of reaches up his one remaining hand with just 2 fingers left on it. Falzern, tell me we won't give Samuel what he wants.
Dreg, I honestly don't know what is the right course of action at this point. What I do know is that based on all of the available evidence, the Neogi are perhaps innumerable. They are coming to Aspara from other worlds, and they seek to enslave the entire populace of Aspara. That is the biggest threat to Aspara at the moment. Yes, I agree. Samuel Coltis perhaps is also a problem, but I don't know. He may be our best hope at fending off these waves and waves and waves, armies of Niyugi. I've seen what they can do. Their ability to control people's minds is impressive.
I may have made a mistake. I only wish you had all been with me. I saw you, you know. I saw all of you.
Saw us where?
Yesterday, speaking to Isabella in the keep. I was invisible, of course. But I saw you. I had hoped you would come back to help me.
Oh.
But you left as quickly as you came.
Oh, Dreg, I'm so sorry. Had I have known that you were there, maybe we could have saved you from this fate. And I look to his dismembered arm and missing fingers and look down at the ground in sadness and a bit of shame that I wasn't there to help him.
I don't know what to do.
I honestly am not certain either, Dreg. I'm just doing. I'm picking the lesser of two evils. It seems like at every path that I come to. No decisions or no options seem to be good ones.
I'm beginning to see that ever since I came back to Heraklion. Ever since I met all of you.
I know, Dreg. I feel awful for you being dragged into this, but at the same time, I am eternally grateful for everything you've done to help us. I can't put to words how much it means to me. You have been an invaluable ally.
I think I'm done talking for a while.
Yes, yeah, that's fine, Dreg. I'm sure you need rest.
And he shifts to his side, facing the wall that the bed is connected to, kind of with his back, putting his back to you, and remains silent.
Okay. I sort of let out a low sigh and leave the room to let them get some rest, feeling like I'm not really welcome there anymore.
Okay. Would you like to just wander the ship?
I think I'll just wander around and see who I run into. Yeah, if I find Shakara or Mia or Shaft or whomever.
So Shakara seeks out Mia and finds her examining Circle of the Wise on the deck of the ship. Hefe not very far away from her. And you see that he has the Ring of the Ram in his hands, and he too is intently examining it and playing with it. Do you want just the two of you?
I want to see if Shaft came with me.
I was walking back to see Falzarin, but I'm with you right now.
Yeah, at some point you split. Shakar continues to the deck, and Shaft, you head to the cabins.
Yeah, I'm looking for Falzarin.
I'm gonna look at Shaft, walk away, and be like, shrug, and be like, okay, I guess we were gonna talk to Mia, but I guess I'm talking to her by myself now. Okay. Mia, Shaft and I had a conversation.
Yeah? About what?
I'll look at Hef for a second, and then kind of dismiss him. We need to get the information from Drag.
Well, yeah, that's what Shaft and I promised Samuel. We promised him we would get it within the day.
Shaft has a plan. I'm not sure I follow.
Okay.
He wants to get the information from Drag by telling Drag that we will somehow make the anchor not functional, or make it so that cultists cannot use it.
Doesn't it just make more sense to tell the truth? And just describe what the anchor point is going to be used for?
I must admit that most of the time, Shaft irritates me because he talks in circles. and I cannot follow what he is saying.
I agree, I'm with you, but Dreg is a smart man. He could understand the threat that the Niyogi are on Aspara.
That was my thinking. If you talk to him and told him what you know of the Niyogi,
Exactly.
maybe he will see reason.
Now, while we're alone, Shakara, are you still... Is the plan still the same? Are you still sort of working as an inside man? Like, you must be in a terrible situation with Isabella. She seems to have no say in what goes. Samuel is above her.
Heth,
Yeah, Shakara.
I am sorry I had to leave you. There was nothing I could do at that time.
Well, yeah, we're in a bit of a situation there, eh?
Isabella promised she would not harm you.
Yeah, she mostly lived up to that promise, eh?
And she promised she would attend to your needs.
Wait.
Did she?
Shakara, you knew they were down there.
I found them. I could not free them.
Yeah,
I was alone with Isabella and her bodyguards.
Okay, that makes sense. No, that makes sense. You
There
didn't
was
put them down
nothing
there
I could
yourself, like Shaft told
No.
me. Okay.
No, I did not put them there.
All right, Shaft.
I would never.
Shaft.
Hef, I would never.
Shaft and Falzer tried telling me you put them there.
No. That was Isabella. I tried
So
to convince her to release
why
them.
were they locked up though? Just
So that Isabella could maintain control
yeah,
of the city.
freaking knew it. I hate
Just
Isabella.
so she could show the people of Heraklion that they were a united front.
Wait, you don't have a scabulet, do you?
No, I do
Oh,
not.
good. I hate Isabella.
I understand your feelings.
Shakara,
Hef, I did what I could. Hef, I tried. I tried to get you out.
Yeah, that Isabella's a scary woman, eh?
Yes, she can be.
listen, we've got him now. He's safe. We'll get him out of here.
They are not safe. Hef, you are not safe.
Wait.
I am sorry, but you are not
No,
safe.
no.
do you
He's
mean,
gonna, listen, he's gonna be in my shadow. He's safe. He's safe. You're safe, Hefe.
Stay away. Stay away from Hulsa, Igna, and Kula. Do not let them anywhere near
Wait.
you.
Shakara, is that why they're here?
Igna and Kula are to be my bodyguards. But, yes,
To, snip off loose ends.
yes, if it comes to that, yes.
I know your hands are tied, but I'll take them down.
No, you cannot kill them.
Why?
Hulsa, Igna, and Kula are needed.
How?
Please, let us try and figure
No.
a way out of this without any
Needed
bloodshed.
for what, though? Isabella is evil.
You do not understand all that is going on.
Fill me in.
There is too much. I cannot tell you all. I am sorry. But please, those three cannot be killed.
Why? I need a reason.
It would cause war. A war we cannot win.
I don't understand.
We must do our best to protect Janella, Hef, and Tenchi. But we must also not harm Hulsa, Igna, and Kula.
I was ready to take Isabella down on the keep myself, if that's what it came to.
We cannot defeat Isabella. You do not understand how powerful she is. That is a battle we will not win.
But this war, I want to know more. I need more. Because the only war I care about is Niyogi and Aspara.
Those three can't help us in our battle against the Niyogi.
How do you know that?
They are powerful themselves.
And they're okay with being allies with us?
I will talk to them. They are here for me.
I do think I can change Dreg's mind. I really do think I can explain the urgency of this situation. I do think I can explain that, in my eyes, so far, from what I can tell, Samuel is a good man. He has Aspara's interests at heart.
Just because he wants to rid Aspara of Niyogi does not make him a good man. Do not start thinking that. Do not accept his ways and what he has done. You saw what he did to Dragon Mullen. Would a good man do that? Just because he agrees with you on this one thing does not make him good.
Perhaps you're right. He's willing to go through great lengths to protect Aspara. There's so much confusion with Dreg. I don't think that if he knew Dreg was one of our allies, he would have done what he did. I
believe he would have.
You think he would have?
I believe he would do the same to any of us. To get what he wants, he will go to any ends.
I think that's right, but at what ends do we stop when it comes to saving Aspara?
There are lines that should not be crossed.
Says who?
Says everyone. Says every good person.
I believe I'm good, but isn't the greater good to spare more lives than just one?
You would waste one life.
I don't know what I would do anymore, Shakara.
Every life is precious.
I agree, but information is precious. Time is short.
That does not mean we throw away what allies we have.
I'm still talking to you, aren't I?
I appreciate that.
I don't trust you at all, but I'm willing to work with you and to see where this goes.
Shakara kind of looks down at the boat, down on her feet.
You won't share with me what you know. I don't know how I can trust you.
What is it you wish to know?
What is this war you're talking about? Why can't I kill these 3 on the boat? If they're attacking...
Because it will cause a war with Isabella.
Isabella and who?
With Isabella. All her coven. All those that are under her control.
I thought the coven was just the 3 of you.
We are the 3 leaders, yes. But there are many others under us.
A war within the coven, who cares? You don't even care about the coven.
I do.
Why?
Because with the power the coven gives me, I can save Aspara. And there are many people on Heraklion that have sided with Isabella, who would join her cause against you. Many innocent people whose lives would be just thrown away if you were to kill Hulsa, Igna, and Kula.
Why would killing these 3 spark such a battle?
Because Hulsa means a lot to Isabella, which may be a fact we could use to our advantage in the future.
It's just hard to trust that you're manipulating things quickly on your end when I don't even know what they are, and then throw Shaft and his crazy ideas on top of everything. I'd rather settle this with a sword and go to the Nyogi right now.
We must think through this. We must, you and I, first, go talk to Dreg and try and convince him of the importance of the weapon.
I don't know if you going is the best idea. I mean, what if... Who knows what Falzarin's filling his mind with right now? I don't think Falzarin and Shaft trust you either. I appreciate you...
Are they going to be a problem?
I don't think so. I thought you were going to be my problem.
Mayhaps I need to talk to Falzarin by himself, without Shaft's influence.
Perhaps.
And we need to warn Janella and Tenchi.
Yes, Janella and Tenchi need to know about the 3 and their intentions on their lives. Shakara, I appreciate the information you've given me. I hope that it's true. I'm very conflicted. I
have not lied to you, Mia. You can trust me. I am taking a very big risk telling you any of this. This was to be private, between me and Isabella. I should not have told you, and yet I did.
You know I'm ready to fight Isabella. I know you say we can't beat her, but you know I would fight her. I believe you are much better than her. I believe that you think you can do good with that power. I don't know where that will lead you, Shakara. I don't want power to blind you.
Maybe you could become my sister?
No, I'm not interested, Shakara. No.
You and me against Isabella?
Oh, perhaps against Isabella, but I'm not signing on any dotted line. There's no coven membership for me, Shakara.
Mayhaps it is something you could think on. For now, let us go talk to Dreg.
Yes. I think him and Mullen could use a bit of a history lesson with what I know.
All right, let's go.
Shaft, splitting off with Shakara, you head down to the cabins, and you run into Falzarin leaving the cabin with Dreg and Mullen. So you two now are kind of connecting in this hallway now.
Hey, we gotta talk.
Yes, I think we do, Shaft. Where should we go?
Where's Janella, Tenchi, and Hefe? Are they in that room over there?
I believe so. I'm not sure, but the room I just left has Dreg and Mullen are getting some rest in.
Yeah, let's go talk to them, and then we'll then you and I can talk.
Okay, I don't think Dreg's in much of a mood to talk right now, but
No, to Tenchi, Janella, and Hefe.
Yes.
I mean, they've been keeping quiet for a while. We need to fill them in on what the story is. So I'll go knock on the door.
Kind of hear a rustling of fabric, and Tenchi opens the door, kind of putting a robe back over one shoulder, and it looks like he's dressing.
Okay. I'll sort of open the door and walk in with Falzarin.
Come in. And Janella is there, lying on one of the beds under the covers.
And I'm going to shut the door. All right, guys. Well, we got you out of there, but I don't think you're safe yet.
What do we do now, Shaft?
Well, our friends have just got on a boat here with Shakara. I don't think they're going to, let you breathe till tomorrow, so we got to get you off this ship somehow.
This is our only way off the island, though. Can't stay in Heraklion.
I know, but if you stay on the boat, I don't think you're going to make it. I think we got to somehow sneak you off in some way, and then you're going to have to find another way to hide. While I got you, what were they doing to you?
Yeah, why were they keeping you hostage down there? What was the purpose?
I don't know. They were just holding us. We got roughed up on the way in, but other than that, they fed us 3 times a day, and we only ever saw Isabella's golem things.
Well, I think they were using you to calm the city, so she could take control.
That makes sense. Why else would they appoint us elders? Janella, maybe, but Hef and myself?
And I think, I don't think they're going to let you be able to spill the beans either.
I knew something was amiss. At the time, I got swept up in the grandeur. Think of what I could have done for the business.
Well, always a businessman, I suppose, but yeah, I agree with Shaft. I find it very ominous that these 3 have somehow found their way onto this ship, and I suspect they're here to deal with you.
Oh, I know they're here to deal with them.
How do you know for sure?
I know Shakara knows, and she told me. I mean, she tells me she doesn't want to see you 3 get hurt, and I believe her. But there's not much we're going to be able to do if they decide to fulfill their job. We're going to be caught in the middle here. So I'm thinking, is there a life raft or a lifeboat on this damn thing?
You for sure saw some, kind of hoisted up and roped up along the sides of the ship as you were boarding. Absolutely.
I think as soon as we get moving, you guys hightail it out of here and find your way back to Heraklion, and then get another ship off the island.
Okay, you've gotten us this far. He kind of looks over to Janella, and Janella nods, and yes, I will miss the Knowledge Center, but anywhere but here sounds good to me.
Okay, we'll leave you guys alone and keep them busy. After dark, work your way out of here, and we'll see you at some time. Keep yourself safe.
Can I ask you just one more thing? Could you
get me perhaps some ink, some type of needle, and maybe a shark tooth. I would feel much better if I could whip up a few tattoos for myself, Janella, and Half.
Yes.
Just in case.
Yes, I must admit I was very impressed with the shark tattoo that you put on me some time ago. We can certainly try. I don't know how easy it will be to come across a shark's tooth, but we'll do our best.
I mean, anything really. Any aquatic creature.
Well, I give you my word I will try. I make no promises, though.
Thank you both.
Okay. And I walk over to open the door and go, good luck.
We'll see you soon.
Walk out. Is there another area that's sort of away from everybody that I can sort of...
Yeah, so Shakar kind of, where you split off, Shakar went to the bow. You could take Halzern to, like, the aft. To the stern, the rear end of the boat, because the aft is actually, I believe, the back inside of the boat. If you want to go to the back of the boat where there's open deck, you can do that as well.
Yeah, let's go back where it's open deck. Go out so we can sort of get a lay of the land, see where everybody is, and talking to each other, see if anybody's coming up on us.
For sure.
Nobody's listening in. So walk back there. Sort of looks like we're getting ready to go here soon. So. Well, we're in quite a mess here. I don't know how we're going to get Dreg to give up the information that Samuel wants. And I don't know necessarily if we want to give Samuel the anchor. What's your thoughts?
I agree, Shaft. I think I may have talked a bit of sense into Dreg as far as him appreciating that, yes, Samuel may be a problem, but he's not the most imminent problem. The Neogi are our biggest threat in the here and now, and Samuel may be something that needs to be dealt with down the road.
Right, but you have the cipher.
Yes.
Nobody else knows you have the cipher, but I think Shakara might be putting 2 and 2 together. She knows we got books, and she knows we got them from Samuel's place.
Yes, I suppose that's right.
Now remember what we heard. The eyes of Dendar are what's powering the towers.
Well, and also, it would be potentially catastrophic if the eyes of Dendar were to make their way back to Isabella, and she could summon Dendar through Heraklion.
Exactly. So, as soon as Shakara knows you have the cipher, or has any knowledge, she'll take it right back to Isabella, more than likely.
My goodness.
Then they'll summon Dendar.
I would hope not, but I think I agree with the point you're making. We can't let her know.
And in turn, I can only assume that Samuel's wanting to find the scythe.
Perhaps, I don't know. I don't really understand how the Scythe of Limerick plays into all of this, but certainly the eyes of Dendar must be kept secret.
What do you think, Alamar?
I believe the eyes must be destroyed. If possible.
What would be the downside to doing that? I mean, I can't see a reason why not to, but can they be used for good in any way, or are they something just worth vanquishing?
Do you believe the way they are being utilized by cultists is good?
I don't know. I've seen the destruction and the chaos that's been wreaked across the land of Aspara.
Samuel's using them to find the armor.
Right, and in turn is destroying the land, turning beasts wild, turning citizens to madness, if all of those things can be attributed to the towers.
Something connects the eyes to the armor. Perhaps a connection derived from the clash millennia ago when Dendar was banished. I do not know. we need time to inspect my family's book.
Yes, I agree. The answers must be in there, or at least some more answers to some of these questions.
Well, Limik and Dindar were at war, correct? Is that what we not read?
Yes, they were. Both a threat to Aspara that needed to be handled.
We know Isabella wants the eyes to bring Dinbar back, so do you think that Samuel wants the scythe to bring Limik back?
Based on his family's involvement in the banishment, I do not believe so.
Yes, I think we need to read the books a little further.
We would be in dire straits if Dendar and Limik were both brought to this plane. I shudder to think.
I believe we need to discover why my ancestors split the armor.
Well, if we get the amulet, which is very important, we have the cipher. We just don't know how they work out together.
Perhaps it will become clear once we have the amulet in hand.
Yes, perhaps. We're going to have to be very careful, though, because, as Shafta said, Shakara may not be able to be trusted. And once we get this amulet, we're gonna have to be very secretive.
Well, she can't know we have the cipher. Everybody thinks right now that Samuel has it back at his palace.
Yes.
Once the cat's out of the bag there, all eyes are going to point to us. Why don't you give me the cipher? I'll put it in my bag just in case anybody tries to take it away from you.
Yes, I suppose that's not a bad idea. I can be a bit vulnerable if I'm caught on my own. Keep it secret.
Keep it safe.
Yes. So I reach into my bag of holding and pull the book out, hand it gingerly to Shaft.
Okay, I put it in my bag of holding, and say I think the next thing we need to do is. So you said you talked to Dreg, and Dreg's you said seen reason. Is he going to tell us where it's at?
I'm not totally sure, Shaft, but I think I may have persuaded him to an extent. He seems still very upset and I believe a bit torn as yet, but I think he's coming to our point of view.
You know, the other thing I just thought of is maybe Dreg can teleport himself and the other three the hell out of here, rather than put them on a boat.
That's a very good thought. I don't know how much ability he has to access his magic in his current state, but if he could, that would be potentially life-saving.
That solves a couple problems. But he will need to give us the location, or I'm dead.
Yes, I agree. I think we need to impress that upon him, that there are numerous reasons why we have to concede this battle to perhaps win the war.
Let's go see Dreg.
All right, so we'll head back to the room that I left.
Okay, and you walk in. Mullen is still passed out. Dreg is still on his side, facing the cabin wall, and does not stir when you enter.
Dreg,
I know you're perhaps not in a mood at the moment to be dealing with this, but I think it's important that we talk some more.
He slowly turns to his back, then to his opposite side, and sits up in the bed to face both of you.
glad you're alive, man. It wasn't looking good.
I do not know if I share the same sentiment.
Well, I can only deal with one thing at a time, and I wouldn't want to ask you to do this, but it's pretty much my neck as well as yours. Do we have a way that we can tell Samuel where the anchor is? I mean, I don't care if the anchor works or not. If there's any way we could disable it, that would be fantastic. But if not, we're going to have to tell him he's going to get it one way or the other.
You can perhaps try to disable it. It's so different from the last time I saw it, from when I created it. Tinnerman has changed it so much.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, even if we try to disable it, he'll probably just take it back to Tinnerman, and Tinnerman will fix it again.
Then maybe Tinnerman is our problem.
Tinnerman is a problem we can deal with, but right now, I got you guys out of there. I have 24 hours to get the information, or you're dead, that sap over there's dead, and I'm dead too. We can't do anything if we're all dead.
I do wish you hadn't got yourselves involved.
Well, Dreg, we couldn't just sit by and see you executed. I hope you understand the situation we're in.
I do. I'll agree to give you the location, but you have to promise me. I want Tinnerman dead.
Done.
Falzarin kind of looks back and forth between Shaft and Dreg and just remains silent.
I stick my hand out to shake it.
Hold on, I gotta figure out which hand he's missing.
Well, that's even
You're
better.
only shaking 3 fingers.
I'll shake it out and then switch to the other.
Yeah, at first, instinctively, Dreg puts out his right hand, which is now a stump. And then we'll switch to his left, which has 2 remaining fingers.
I'll shake that
And he
one.
will give you a difficult handshake.
Now, one last thing. Is there any way you can teleport?
Not without a night's rest. They've kept me up all night after I hit the anchor. I haven't recovered. And he looks at his appendages. I don't know if I can even cast. I may need to learn an entire new way how.
I look at Falzarin and I go, well, that's off the table.
Yes, I do so wish that I had invested some time into learning that myself, Dreg. Unfortunately, my magic is no help in this situation either. The best I can do is to make you invisible. I don't know how much help that will be, though.
I don't think he's in any danger. The other 3 are the ones we have to worry about.
Yes.
So, where's the anchor?
I teleported it just south of Port Randus. There's a small cluster of woods that I went there as a child. A place of fond memories.
How far south?
Only a mile or 2.
All right, you've had our back a lot throughout a lot of things, so we've got yours now. I know this isn't easy, but we'll figure it out.
I only want to see Alstoff dead.
I'll turn around, walk back to the door, and say to Falzarin, all right, we got to get a message. Let's go.
And Dreg goes back onto his side to face the cabin wall. Shakara and Mia, leaving the deck, are quickly joined on your way back by Shaft and Falzarin, coming from the direction of the cabins.
Mia, we need to send a message to Sammy.
Wait,
I know
already?
where it's at.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
You are good.
Well, we don't have a lot of time, and we need to get the call off the wolves.
You got Drag to tell you where it is?
Yes, reluctantly,
How?
but, well, I talked to him, and I
That's
didn't yell
nice.
at him.
I wasn't going to yell at him.
No.
I have never yelled at
Oh,
him.
was I implying that?
Yes.
Shakara wasn't even gonna go. It was gonna be me. It's fine.
What
Do
did
you
you
have
say
the-
to him?
Can you send a
I can
message?
send a message, yeah. We barely left. Oh,
Alright.
man. Too bad. Okay.
Alright, so tell Samuel that the anchor is south of Port Randus in the woods, about a mile south of Port Randus in the woods. I don't like this. I don't want to give him this, but I don't think there's not a lot of choice here. Don't put that in the message.
I don't think it would fit the 25 words allowed.
What did you tell Dreg to get him to give you the information?
I told him my neck was on the line.
Did you explain to him about the Neogi?
We didn't bring up the Neogi.
Is that not what matters? Oh, man. Okay, what?
What difference does it make? He's getting the weapon. If he's gonna fight the Neogi,
It better
he's
be
gonna have
where
it.
he says it is.
Yeah, you're goddamn right. It better be, or I'm dead.
I would think it would put Dreg's mind at ease if he knew the weapon's purpose.
I think we just do one thing at a time here.
Okay, so tell him that the anchor is 1 mile south of Port Randus in the woods.
Randus. Yes.
Okay.
Say information given to you by Shaft, because that's who I let him know I would be telling him.
I mean, I did too, but yes, that's fine. I can give you credit. It's okay.
You can say both of us, but I just want to make sure I'm getting paid.
Yes. I don't need the money. It's fine. I will send the message. Unless you need me to, word it out and count the words like usual.
No, I think you're okay. We're getting very proficient at sending off messages now. And you immediately get a response.
Good. Proceed. Find the amulet. 7 days.
He says that. 7 days.
Would you like to return to your respective cabins and just wait for the ship to set sail?
I think so. I think I'm going to go down with Tenchi, Janella, and Hefe.
Falzarin, a word.
Yes, certainly, Shakara. Do we need privacy, or...
The others already know.
Okay,
I just wanted to fill you in.
sure. What is it?
As I had told Mia, there was nothing I could do for Hef and Janella and Tenchi. Isabella put them in those cages, and on my own I could not free them. I did make her promise to not harm them.
I think... Shakara, I think I understand the situation you're in. It's hard, from my perspective, to not be a bit frustrated or hurt that you didn't think you could confide in myself or Shaft or Mia and we could work together to try and find a way to free them.
I was afraid, and Mia, I mean no ill. I was afraid Mia would charge the keep to get them out, which would cause a war between us and Isabella that I do not feel we could win.
Yes, I do see that.
I knew they were safe. They were not in ideal conditions, but I knew they were safe.
Yes, I can understand that. I think it may just take me a little while to work through this and fully appreciate the situation you're in. But thank you, Shakara, for telling me.
There is one more thing.
Oh? Yes?
Hulsa, Igna, and Kula are not just here as bodyguards for me. They were sent to kill the 3 elders.
I see. I did have my doubts and suspicions.
I am trying to be honest with the 3 of you. I should not have told any of you this, but all 3 of you do know now. I am asking only one thing. Do not kill Isabella's people.
Well, how can we keep Tenchi, Hefe, and Janella safe?
I will talk to Hulsa, Igna, and Kula. I will see what I can do.
I wonder if we can even buy just one night. I think I may have a plan to get them to safety tomorrow, but it will require a night's sleep.
All right, I will keep guard, as I hope you will all as well.
Yes, absolutely. Well, Shakara, I appreciate your honesty, and I hope that this can help bring us closer together. I want us all to be able to trust each other.
I want you to understand my position.
Yes, I think I do, Shakara.
Isabella will be cross if she finds out I told you. If she finds out I stopped her people. That is something that I will deal with.
Well, I think we can all do our best to try and ensure that that doesn't get back to Isabella. We can spin this another way, perhaps, that doesn't implicate you.
Unfortunately, it will. Hulsa will tell her eventually. It is something I will have to deal with. Eventually.
That may be. Perhaps we can go about it in a way that Hulsa doesn't suspect you are behind it, though, is what I meant. We shall see.
Mayhaps. It all depends on when they will make their move. I do not know that. I shall go talk to them now and find out what their plans are.
All right, Shakara. Best of luck.
Thank you.
And I'll walk off.
And that's our show. For more Aspara information, visit incorrigibleparty.com, where you can find all of our social media links, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, as well as our Patreon. Our patrons get exclusive content like blooper reels and patron-only mini-campaigns. Our theme music was created by Josh Jarvis. For any of your musical needs, you can contact him at jamesmercymusic@gmail.com. All the rest of our sounds and music throughout our plays provided by tabletopaudio.com. And of course, our show sponsor, Critical Hit Design. For your design needs, visit criticalhitdesign.com. Happy adventuring.